I'm Tony.
I'm Eric.
We are the sons of San Fernando.
We've been friends for over 40 years.
And grew up together in the San Fernando Valley.
These are the stories of our experiences as adventurous Gen X latchkey slackers from back in the day.
And don't forget to hit the follow or subscribe button so you don't miss an episode.
Was that the lyric?
What is the lyric?
I don't know.
Take me in your arms, down, rock me tonight. You know, I know I make fun of Billy Squier, but I love Billy Squier.
Billy Squier makes fun of you.
You'd think that with the advent of things like Uber and stuff like that, you would have less people on the road. Like somehow that I don't know. I always
Really?
thought,
You think that?
I always thought that would like help things. Like
Yeah.
Everybody's not in an individual car anymore because so many people, especially the newer generation, they're riding more. Like they're not.
Everybody's using Uber and Lyft.
Yeah, it's only like old guys like us that still drive our cars.
But here's the thing that I learned recently: nothing helps anything. Everything sucks.
Yeah,
and entropy moves that forward. It just is bad. And it's like the real goal is not to fix things. That's a red herring, man. It's not a key herring.
By the way, but have you ever had a good red herring sandwich?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
What deli do you go to get your red herring sandwiches? Take me in your arms. But everything's bad. Everything's bad, and everything will continue to be bad. And then you just let it go.
It didn't used to be bad.
You know what's the worst?
What's the worst?
Movies. I can't, like, I'll look up a movie and it'll be like Marvel movie, Wonder Woman, Marvel movie. I can't take it.
Isn't Wonder Woman a Marvel movie?
Probably. I don't even fucking know.
DC, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It's all,
yeah. But who cares? It's
who cares?
Same genre. Same smell.
Same junk.
Yeah.
Same garb.
Right. There's like
Idge.
It's so hard to find any good movie. That's like, how many times do you go to the theater now?
I try to go all the time. I'm always looking what's playing, and it's like garbage,
right. Okay, but
garbage,
this year,
garbage.
Right, okay, so right now it's September. How many movies did you see in the 30? In the 30 what?
In the 30? They're 30 months now?
30 months, yeah.
We live in different dimensions?
Yeah.
We live on a different planet, apparently. You live on Neptune, where there are 30 months in a year.
I live on Uranus.
Oh, which, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Thank God. I've seen this year in theaters. You're talking about in theaters.
In theaters only.
I would say 4. How many have you seen in the theaters?
I think 2.
Yeah.
Just
so
one last week and one earlier this year, and that was it.
Well, you know, see, here's the
thing. You used to go all the time.
Well, here's the thing. It was a whole different experience to go. First of all, you couldn't see the films at home. So that
that's right. You had to go
right there. You had to go to the theater.
And a lot of movies now are just put straight out to Max or
your
Prime
Butthole
or whatever. Yeah,
which is
or
a
your
great
Max
streaming
Butthole.
service.
Yeah, Butthole.
I love the Butthole streaming service. I don't know if you subscribe to my Butthole.
No, it's
a great service.
It's too high.
No,
cost.
It is expensive, but it's worth it. Is the thing you have to experience my Butthole to really appreciate the benefits.
That's not what I read on Yelp.
To my Butthole.
No, I've read.
Here's the thing. The experience is everything. It changes the way you view the film.
Yeah, being there in the theater. So, like, okay, I did go to the theater the other day.
Oh, which one?
The Regal.
Okay.
No, wait.
The Regal Beagle?
Not the Regal Beagle. No, wait, was it? No, the AMC.
Okay.
AMC, the one in the mall in Burbank Mall, the AMC 8. Smaller one.
How was the experience? Does it have the reclining seats?
It has the reclining seats, but you buy your tickets in advance and you have your seats, and we sit down and we go to recline our seats.
Yeah.
And they don't fucking recline.
No.
Yeah. Dead.
So did you just switch seats?
Yeah, I mean, we luckily in this day and age you can look up. It's one of the good things. You can look up and see what still is unsold. So we move to an unsold seat.
Here's the difference between me and you.
Yeah.
Never in a million years would I've looked it up. I would have said, "There's a seat." I'm gonna go sit there.
Yeah, but then you sit there and like 2 minutes later, somebody comes and says, that's my seat. And you got to pick up and
I
move
know, but
again.
there's the possibility that won't happen, and then you don't have to look it up.
But then I only have to move
I've
once.
saved up the lookup time.
And I've saved the getting kicked out of the seat by the guy with his popcorn and jujubes.
I don't mind the guy kicking me out of the seat as much as.
But
I mind
you know where you never got kicked out of a seat?
my butthole.
Again, back to the Yelp reviews. I don't.
Where did you never get kicked out of a seat?
At the drive-in.
Oh, right, because it was your seat.
It was you brought your
You brought your own
fucking
goddamn seat.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about the drive-in. Wait, we had a drive-in right by the 405, and that thing didn't go away for it was there for a long time. It was one of the last surviving drive-ins. Do you remember what the name of that drive-in was? It the Van Nuys?
The Van Nuys Drive-In, I think.
Van Nuys Drive-In. Yeah, it was like right off the 405.
Yeah. So
and here's the greatest part is you could see the movies when you were driving by.
Yeah.
And they were backwards because you were on the back side of the screen.
You
It
would
was
see
just a see-through. It was a transparent
yeah,
screen.
you'd see the movie
So
from
you could
back
see
for
Jaws
like 5
backwards.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
By the way, Jaws backwards, he actually spits up Quint.
It's actually Swage. Okay, now.
Wow.
Now, did you go to that drive-through? First of all, we
Drive-through?
I mean,
drive. Okay, wait. You just nailed it. Drive-through movies.
That's what we got to re-up. That's what we got to read. We got to create a new business.
That is it.
Movies.
So they're not just shorts. They're like 30-second movies.
Yeah, right.
It's like a commercial.
Yeah, you're on like a conveyor belt, like a car wash, right? So you go into the car wash belt.
No, wait. You couple it with a car wash. so they're projecting the movie in the car wash.
Right. That's a great idea.
And then
they're like Ren and Stimpy shorts.
Yeah, you just get like a 2 minute. How long does it take to go through a car wash? 2 minutes?
No, 4 or 7.
Why are you licking me at the bottom of his vocal range?
It's easily 4 to 35 minutes in a car wash.
4 to 35 minutes?
I mean,
about 4 minutes, right? Okay, so maybe
no, 6.
No, it's not
6 to
6
7.
minutes.
So
You are.
say you have,
What car wash are you going to?
You can easily watch a short.
You could watch it. Well, a short.
Okay, let's not argue on the length of a car wash duration.
Okay, but let's say 4, 5, 6 minutes.
You know who
somewhere
taught
in
me
there.
the word duration? Do you know who taught me the meaning of the word duration?
I'm sure I don't care.
I bet you could guess. If I just gave you a minute to say, who in my young childhood would have taken the time to explain to me what the meaning of the word duration was?
In your young childhood.
Yeah, well, I was probably 10.
Was this
10.
a school chum?
It was not a chum, but it was a school. It was at school, and it was not a chum.
It was
Your mother. It was your mother.
Oh, I thought you were just ragging on me. I thought, your mother.
No.
Yeah.
Your mother was like, she said something to me like, they'll be there. Oh, no. She said, will you be there for the duration? 'Cause I don't remember what we were doing or where I was going, but she said, will you? Because, I'm for anybody who's listening, which are very few and far between, your mother was working at Our Lady of Grace.
Yeah, she's a librarian.
As the librarian. And I said, I'm going somewhere. And she said, will you be there for the duration? And I must have looked at her like, and she said, do you know what duration means? I said, no. And she said, the length of time that it happens. And I was like, okay, now I know duration. And to this day, when someone says the word duration, I think of your mother. I think of Seal Wibble's mother.
And here I thought you were just
I was just
nasty.
I was just giving you a
mom joke.
Mama joke.
Yeah.
No. It was your mother taught me the meaning of the word duration. Anyway, the duration of the car wash is enough time to watch a short.
Yeah. And then so you pay for your ticket, you watch your short
movies.
But it's you get your car washed, you watch the short, and at the end there's a window where you can pick up your fries.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I love this idea. I think this is
what do you call this?
Washer through move. I got to work on that.
Movie wash chow.
Yeah, we got nothing on that.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
We'll come back to that. Okay, so
but drive-in movies
are a little different than drive-through movies.
You would drive in, for those who don't know, there were actually like these giant ass parking lots.
You think young people are listening to this garbage?
Yeah.
There's no way, Eric, that somebody
true.
who's listening to the thing that we're recording right now doesn't know what a drive-in.
So I know if I remember correctly, you would drive in and you had to pay for everybody in. It wasn't per car, right?
I don't remember.
I think I remember.
It wasn't per car?
I don't think so, because I
you know
remember
what? I'm
hiding.
Defer to your.
I remember hiding. I remember like sometimes you like hide in the back of the wagon or like under
Wait, your parents would hide you?
No, I think this was later, maybe when there were still drive-ins, but we were maybe teenagers, and
we
you were
were
trying to
still
save a buck,
driving.
and you're like,
then
you'd
you would
stick your
hide.
buddy in the trunk.
In the trunk.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, because I think they do that in Greece.
And then they started checking
Actually,
people in the trunk.
when
Yeah.
in the big drive-in scene in Greece, that when they
Yeah.
drive in, they all pile out of the trunk when they park inside.
Yeah,
the,
I think
I'm
they were
pretty sure
charging,
that's-
and then I think they got wise and said, we're just going to charge per car or
Well,
something.
what are
like-
your feelings on the movie Grease?
I love Grease.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah, I watch it.
I had
watched
this
it a few
feeling
times.
that you weren't gonna like it.
I watch it like maybe once a year,
Really?
couple times. Oh yeah, I know it's great. I've seen it at. I go out to see it, like at the Hollywood
Drive-in.
Forever Cemetery.
Oh,
well,
right, the
it's,
Hollywood Forever.
that's like
Wait,
going.
is there still a drive-in anywhere?
I don't. If there is, who's going to it? Like you just can't make enough money.
It would be amazing because you'd be the only one.
Yeah,
you'd
but-
be the only one.
First of all, what was the biggest drawback? We'll start with this. The
There's a
biggest
drawback?
drawback of the drive-in movie.
There's a drawback.
Yeah.
Sound.
That was the major one. So you had this contraption.
Yeah, that was the best part.
That was you tuned to what, your AM station or
Yeah,
something like
it
that.
was.
A particular.
Wait, so was that ho?
Who are you calling a ho ho?
No, wait. I thought there were two different ways to do it. Either you tuned into the station,
Yeah.
right, where you could listen to it being broadcast,
right.
or
you had the
could put the
contraption.
contraption
You're right.
on your window that had a little speaker.
So I think the old school one was the contraption, and
Right,
you would
and
hang,
you would
it
hang
on
it.
your window that
Right.
you rolled
Half
down
roll,
by
that
hand.
you would half roll so that you could hang it on the
in
window.
your sedan.
Right, and listen to it through this little shitty mono speaker.
And it was,
that
and
was
you
like
could-
a little 8-inch
You
speaker.
could barely make out what they were saying. It was terrible. The
Yeah.
screen was fucking massive,
Which was great.
and the
And it was night,
the
it was
sound was
outside, it was so
shit.
fun.
And you're hanging it on. I think it was always on like the driver's side door, but you had the big screen. You had the comfort of your own car. You didn't
Right.
have to sit next to anybody
And it
else.
was Makeout Central.
And it was not when we were kids.
No, not
when
when
you're
we
going
were kids.
when you're going with your parents. The other
Then
thing
it's
was
not Makeout Central.
there was a concession stand you can get up and
There
go
were
to, and you had the
concessions.
bathrooms
I'll
and
concede
stuff.
that there were concessions.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
But you could also bring all your own stuff. I
Oh,
remember that.
right,
My
your own
and my mom
garbage.
loved that.
Yeah,
Because you popped
yeah.
your own popcorn and
Yeah.
bring your own sodas,
Right.
and it didn't have to pay the exorbitant prices.
You know what's
so
funny?
you had it all self-contained in your car, which was amazing.
I think I saw. Can you remember any movies that you saw?
Fuck no.
I can. I
Okay.
can. I remember specifically that I saw Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
I bet that was great to
at
watch.
a drive-through. I want
Drive in. What's wrong with you? You
In,
keep saying
in,
drive in.
goddamn through in, because that's all I ever say. Who says drive in? It's not in my vernacular anymore. I got to replant it.
Okay,
And let me
please
tell
do.
you, that sounds like I want to go do that right now. I
Do a
want
drive-in.
to go watch Close Encounters of the Third Kind in a drive-in in my truck. And when I flip the truck around, that was the other thing.
Oh yeah, that's
Turn
right.
the truck around. And
So-
you remember in the
Yes.
70s, all the people that had car seats that they'd ripped out of an old junker at the junkyard and they throw it in the back of their truck and bolt it into the bed backwards against the cab.
100%.
And then people would sit in them and say, we're fucking driving.
We did the same thing with the station wagon. We'd park the
Exactly.
station wagon
Flip it
backwards.
around.
The tailgate would go down,
oh,
and we just
man, I'm on a cry right now.
and you had your blankets and stuff, and it was cold outside. Didn't matter because you had your your pillow. You were super fucking
God,
comfortable
that's the
watching
greatest
movies.
Thing. Oh! I'm so sad for the loss of this, talking about this right now. I want to do that.
And because what happened is
I'm making this.
you had and then okay, so later we got it was Makeout Central. Once it was
Yeah, when we were
once we were
teenagers, but then it went away. Like,
yeah,
not
you
long
just
after we were
you didn't
teenagers.
matter what movie you went to see
No,
because you
you
weren't
didn't
going to
see
see
it.
the movie.
No, you didn't see
Yeah,
it.
you just you put your popcorn, you get your popcorn going and your Coke.
Get
and
your popcorn going,
Yeah, and
get
then
your
get some
popcorn.
other popcorn going.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember doing a ton of drive-through makeouts because I think that it was gone sooner than I was dating anybody.
Yeah, no, just a little bit of that, like
Yeah.
just we got, like,
Early.
early part of that
That
because
Van Nuys one was there for a long time, though. I wonder what year that closed down. I don't know. But yes, you could do that. But ultimately, forget about that. I mean, I don't want to forget about it. It is part of the whole drive-through lore. Is the What is wrong with me?
do you want me to start a list?
Yeah, I need to
We
know.
don't have that
You
much
should be
time.
honest with me, Eric.
That's a whole different episode. We will cover
I
that.
am comfortable with you telling me.
Yeah, well, that's actually a triple episode.
Drive in, drive in, drive in.
You got it.
So in the whole drive-in lore has part of that is the Makeout Central, but really the bigger thing about it is this vibe of community. Even though when you go to a movie, so just going to a movie in general, there's a community sensibility that you miss when you're home, right? When you laugh at a joke at home, it's just you laughing at the joke at home. When you laugh at a joke in a movie theater and everybody gets the joke, I remember seeing Ghostbusters the day it came out at the Movies of Tarzana, and I sat, I think, with Don Burns and my sister in the very front row, in the very side of the because
Oh my
looking
God, that's
straight up.
That's terrible.
Straight up and to the right the whole time at Ghostbusters.
That sounds awful.
And I love this movie so much. And I remember the whole audience laughing at Bill Murray. And there's something about that
Oh,
that you can't do at home.
It's visceral. You get that. What was it when Jurassic Park came out? The original.
Okay.
Opening evening saw Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah.
Waited in that line, went in, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's great because everybody in there was oohing and ahhing and freaking out at the freaking dinosaurs.
And then you and I were talking about horror movies the other day.
Yeah.
I also saw horror movies.
Horror movies.
Oh, yeah.
Horror movies.
Horror.
Okay.
Horror movies.
Horror movies.
And I went to see again in the theater, not on opening day, but I saw Exorcist 3 in the theater. And the collective shriek and scream
and the collective grab of their sphincter
and pants
their own
shitting
sphincter
that happened all at the same time.
Could you imagine if you grabbed other people's sphincters?
I was that scared I did. I grabbed sphincters on either side because I'm like, what just... But yeah, you had that feeling of everybody else
sphincterizing at the same time.
Which was different you didn't have that in the drive-in because you were in your own car.
Hold on though.
But people had...
Sometimes you did. And then when you could hear other people laughing at the drive-thru and it was kind of echoing with the coyotes in the canyon, I mean, that's great shit.
And you know what else people would do when there was something really funny or something exciting? What do you have in your car?
You have what do you have, Eric? A glove compartment?
A horn.
Oh, people honked?
People honked. Yeah, to like applaud.
Yeah, people did honk.
When people are laughing a lot.
You know, now that you say that, at the end of the movie, sometimes people would honk.
Yeah, a lot of honking going on.
This needs to come back.
Yeah.
We need to have drive-through movies. In!
America.
I'll get it by...
Therapy.
Ugh!
You need therapy.
Drive in.
So, but how do you remedy the things that are... Okay, so the things
what
that
do
are
you
so...
need to remedy?
The things that are so right about
Just
it
the
are
sound.
so right. Because...
What's so right? Being outside, sitting in
Being
your
outside
truck
in the
bed.
truck is great. All those things are great, and I prefer that to sitting next to somebody in a movie theater.
Yeah.
That is fucking constantly on their phone during the show, talking. There was somebody talking next to the movie. I just went to see Sing Sing.
Yeah.
And there was a guy talking to his girlfriend.
Sing Sing.
It's like,
that's good.
Shut the fuck. It's
Did
a
you say
fucking
something?
movie. No.
You're usually pretty good about that.
This
You
guy
usually
was
say something.
really big.
Oh, so you didn't say anything.
No, he would have just taken
'Cause I've
my
seen you do
reclined
that.
seat and
Dude.
folded it in half with me in it, and that would have been the end.
I just went to see Hamilton in New York.
Although I could have sicked Elaine on him because she would have just torn him to shreds.
Yeah, all 35 pounds of her.
she would
have
it's
torn him up.
Terrifying.
I saw Hamilton in New York with Zoe, Ziggy, and Jacob, and
Hamilton who?
the play, and the guy in front of us. First of all, this guy sitting in front of me. First, he was sitting in front of Zoe. We had to switch because he had literally the biggest head ever placed on a human being.
I know that guy. He's the guy that sits in front of me at every fucking concert.
Well, you should say hi to him at the next concert and tell him that Hamilton he was
What-
very annoying.
What was
and
that? Was that for- He'd?
Yeah, no, the guy's head was unreal. And here's the weird thing: he kept shifting it from left to right the whole
He
show.
could shift his head?
Well, I know. Well, maybe that's why he was shifting. I didn't think of that, but maybe because it was so fucking heavy.
Yeah, he has
so
to.
gigantic. He
Yeah.
has to go left. Have to go right.
I feel for the guy.
So he's shifting his head left and right. Every time he shifts left, so I'm like, Zoe, just switch. So she switched with me to be in front, behind his girlfriend, right? So now I'm behind him, and he's shifting his head left and right. And the two of them together, are singing along poorly to every single song, and it was just like I didn't want to.
Stab them in
bum them out
in
because
the
they
heart.
were really enjoying this.
But
tickets to a Broadway show are not cheap.
But it doesn't matter. You can't take away the enjoyment of everybody else. I have not paid to hear you sing it. I had the same problem at a U2 show with the guy singing right next to me. Had to move seats.
I remember that.
Because it's not you. Just like you can't talk during I didn't pay to hear you talk in a movie. I want to see and hear what's going on the screen.
I understand that. And this guy is, again, like the friend that you had in front of you at Sing Sing, this guy was enormous to match his head. I mean, his head was, there's no way he could have had a body that was any smaller than 6'6", because the dude's head was so gigantic. And so I wasn't saying anything, not because he was so gigantic. I really wanted him to enjoy the show, and they were so into it. You know, it wasn't like they were just talking about something else. They were saying that. And then Zoe, at one point in the second act, leans in, like, her head right in between both of them and goes, shh, like Elaine Bennis in Seinfeld. And I was like, well, that'll do it.
You know what they need at movie theaters and shows like that is they need, you know how they always have ushers and what have you. They need bouncers.
Bouncers would be great.
Like at the movie theater,
that grab
and
you by your belt buckle. And
yeah. Like you don't.
Your neck.
Yeah, it's like you're talking to maybe you get a warning, and then they actually pick you the fuck up, and they fucking throw you out the door.
Well, that's the beauty of going to a drive-through, is there's nobody in front of you.
Going to a what?
Drive-in. Good. Oh God. It's really upsetting that I can't.
We have to fix the things that are. I want to go back to the things that are right and the things that are wrong.
Wait, we didn't say all the things that are right yet.
Right.
What are the other things that are right?
The other, right.
We had the giant screen. Sit by yourself. Back of the truck. Bring your own snacks.
Bring your own snacks is important.
Bring your own goddamn snacks. And then, that's about it, right? Oh, yeah. Summer night, beautiful outside, stars above, honk at the end of the movie.
And you don't have to worry about people talking or people. I mean, around you, like interrupting the movie unless they honk, which they didn't generally do unless it was the end of the movie. So you didn't really have distractions. You had the occasional person walking in front of your car to go get concessions or something, but that's fine.
There were concessions.
Yeah,
you could still go get.
But
it was 65 miles away,
and it was like $12.95 for a pack of milk duds.
Yeah, what else is new? So that's not new. Okay, so and then the bad things really are only the sound.
Yeah, the sound.
What else do you have to fix?
Yeah, the sound.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
It's just sound. I just got to figure out the sound thing. If I can figure out the sound thing, I am opening up a drive-through. This is my mission in goddamn life.
They've got to be something that you can, because everybody's car is going to be different. You can't rely on the tuning into the radio, and that's why. Yeah.
I mean, they're not even going to have radios in cars.
And here's the thing. People are used to going and seeing IMAX or the big screen and the Dolby surround sound. No, sound's a big deal. Sound is a big deal, especially all the, you talk about the movies we don't like the Marvel movies, the DC stuff. That's all about huge sound, or the Mad Max Fury Road, or the new ones. That is all about big sound. So how do you get... I know you can't replicate that in your car.
Listen, hold on. You can't replicate that, but the sound systems in cars today versus 1975 are quite different.
But what if you have a car from 1975?
No one does. Classic cars are not on the road anymore. They are gone.
So I guess if you're driving an old car, you're a little fucked.
Fuck you. Yeah. Get a new car. So I say... we just broadcast it, but you got to broadcast it on FM.
On FM,
not AM, because AM is mono.
And then you can blast the fucking sound. And
if you blast it in stereo, it would sound good.
And that's a great thing too. For a drive-in, you can blast the sound as loud as you want. Right. You can have as quiet or as loud because it's in your own fucking car. Right. Even if you have the windows down.
I know people who do that for their fucking Christmas decorations on their house.
Yeah.
You go to their house and then they have a little sign that says tune in to this channel, and then you can watch their little show with the music because they have a little transmitter at their house. I could do that.
This is how we solve that.
I'm not joking though. I know this sounds like I'm saying this stuff for the sake of the podcast, but I can tell you right now, I am going to open a drive-through. Drive in. God damn it. How is my brain not able to do...
As much as what the drive-in gives you, that is, you get the community without being too close to actual people.
Yeah, it's just enough proximity.
I don't like being...
You've never liked actual people.
No, I really don't. I don't like being that close to people.
Simulated people, but not actual people.
But if I've got 10 feet between me and the next car, That's fine.
Hold on.
I'm all right with that.
Hold on.
That's okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Drive-in movie.
You cannot save yourself.
A drive-in movie. We're going to go to a drive-in movie. Imagine the day 5 years from now. I've got this set up. I've got a franchise. We're going to the drive-in, and they're going to be, yeah, let's go, because there is one, because I started it, and I'm going to franchise these all over the country. I'm going to make $1 zillion on this idea, unless somebody else does it before me because they heard me and they have more money than I do.
We're just gonna save this episode until we actually put it out.
Until I've got a TM on my drive-through. What am I going to call my drive-through?
Oh, that's a good question.
My butthole.
drive through my butthole.
Drive through my butthole.
That's it.
No, it's not. It's drive in my.
Drive
butthole.
in my butthole. Right? Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Sons of San Fernando.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe or follow button in your favorite podcast app so you don't miss an episode.
Drop us a review. We'd love to hear from you.
If you'd like to support the Sons of San Fernando, the best way is to share the show.
We'll catch you on the next episode.